USD Aeon 80 Salvia, they're called, and I think the Salvia refers to the colour, the green colour, rather than it being a kind of model name. But this is definitely my favourite colour skate in a really, really long time. The Aeon 80 is super versatile, so you could use it for just cruising, or you could use it for a skate park maybe. And here we are today, we're at Brighton and Hove Seafront, where they have the new skate park here. And but also, if I wanted to, they've got 80mm wheels on. If I wanted to, I could skate along the seafront for 7 miles that direction and 7 miles back again, and they would be perfect for it. They wouldn't just be suitable for it, they would actually be ideal for it, because the ground isn't the best, it's rough in places, and they've got the plastic frames on 80mm wheels, of course, for good cruising. Ideal size, in my opinion, maybe 80 or 90, being the ideal cruising size. And then plastic frames, which absorb shock really well. So yeah, metal frames are good for being rigid and like energy retention and all that good stuff. But on a bit of bumpy ground, a plastic frame is great. And I know, I don't want to keep repeating myself on the channel, but obviously being an Aeon, it's a one-piece skate, so the frame and the boot is attached, which means the frame rides really low to the ground, and this is like the main selling point. They're low to the ground, so they feel controlled. But today, rather than take them for a cruise, because they are so versatile, I'm taking them to the skate park. They've got a sole kit on, so it feels like it could be a nice cruising experience, shooting around the skate park, and then doing a few little machios, hitting a few grinds. I feel like I want this to be my new thing. I want to be a kind of cruising skate park guy. This is what I've decided this week. But I'll report back later, see how it goes. But the other thing about the Aeon, it's very unique. The nearest thing would be that VEM 80 skate. And because the VEM 80 skate is a plastic frame, and it's got the kind of one-piece frame and sole kit on it. But the sole kit isn't a sole kit. The sole kit's like a base plate. So you couldn't really do like a macchio. You couldn't really do a grind on it. It's just a VEM skate kind of converted into a nice, solid cruising skate. So the Aeon retains this kind of real like uniqueness in its form factor. So yeah, I'm going to try and skate on that skate park today, and see if that's a thing. See if you could just take a pair of these to a skate park, not take aggressive skates, and still have loads of fun. So I didn't think you'd be able to sole grind in them, because when I put my foot on the ledge like this, it just feels like it's catching it. It doesn't feel like it's going to feel good. But I just tried one and it kind of worked. So it works. Top sole. Oh, it's scary. Well, it's cool because actually my wheels hit the rail and they just slid along. So as long as your foot's in like enough of a like pushed out position, then it's okay. But you wouldn't want to sprint at a top sole on a rail like that, because if you caught up, you would die pretty bad. So Alex dared me to do a top sole on the ledge, and I was just like, well, there's absolutely no way that's possible. And I just tried it, and I kind of did it. Oh, I did it! I fucking So, maybe possible. Fishy down the rail. Okay, enough skating. Let's talk about the skate. Did I have fun on the skate? Did it work in a skate park? Yes, it did. I had loads of fun on this, more fun than I had on my aggressive skates the previous week. And maybe just because it pushed me to do different tricks I wouldn't usually do, but mainly because I think it just felt nice. Big wheels feel nice. And if I think about why I skate these days, it's just more for the feeling and less for being good. That's how I used to skate. I used to want to be better than other people. I used to do it competitively, and now I just don't care about that. I don't care about impressing the next person at the skate park. But what I do want is I want it to feel good, and it's definitely did that. So yeah, you can do less tricks, but it felt good. So if you want a pair of Aeon 80s and you want to cruise around the skate park and it to feel beautiful, then this is it. If you want to do the best tricks, this is not it. You cannot do groove tricks, definitely not very easily, and you're very limited on other tricks. But yeah, I loved it. I'm going to take them back to the skate park. Let's not get too fixated on skate parks either, because this skate, as I said earlier in the video, is just a really good skate for recreational skating. I would totally use this alongside or instead of a rollerblade cruiser, an FRX, any other 80mm skate that's designed for just cruising. I would skate these down the seafront. I'd be just as likely to pick these up. The main difference being that these have got the plastic frame instead of an aluminium frame. And I like that on an outdoor cruise because it's absorbing shock. I would totally, like, if it was a pair of FRXs and these sat side by side and I was about to go do 3.5 miles up a seafront, yeah, there'd be nothing between it. I would just pick the one I felt like that day. So great all-rounder. And I suppose for all the kind of wizard people, I mean, it's definitely not a wizard skate, but you could do that sort of stuff. You could do footwork. And is it a jack of all trades and a master of none? I suppose that statement would be true for skate park use. It's definitely not the best skate for a skate park. But I don't know if that statement would be true for just cruising. It's as good as any other 80mm skate, in my opinion, for doing that. Very minor differences that you'd hardly notice. So kind of jack of all trades, master of none, but actually really good for cruising around. So should we talk about the spec of the skate? Talked about the colour already. I love the colour. It's, yeah, pronounced Salvia. It's really hard for me not to say saliva. I want to say saliva every time. Salvia is like sage. It's a plant. I looked it up. So that's why they've called it Salvia. How did the skate feel? Felt like an Aeon. Fits true to size. You don't need to size up or size down. Shared shell sizing. I'll put the shared shell sizing on the screen right now for you to pause and have a look at. But everything as normal with an Aeon. My bottom of my feet felt a bit sore after skating them, and I think it's just that the insole they come with is just a really standard thin insole. It's got a little bit of arch support in there, but it's not the one I'd usually skate, which is more padded. So personally, I'm going to put a more padded aftermarket insole in there next time I skate them. And then my ankles recently do feel a little bit sensitive to having thin liners. Nothing to do with the skate really, because this is the same for intuition liners. It's the same for any thin liner like this. But I'm at the point where, again, this comes down to like the feeling. Like, what do I want from skating? I want it to feel good. I don't necessarily want to optimize my performance at this stage. I think I'm at a stage where I'm gonna start putting thicker liners in skates. I'll let you know how that goes. But the thin MyFit liner it comes with is the second skin liner. It's a really good liner, and people who want like kind of optimal thin liners, this is perfect for them. It's like nearly as good as an intuition liner for much less price, and just comes stock on the skate. It's a great liner. Kaiser buckle. It's got a Kaiser logo on it, this buckle. So it must be an aftermarket buckle. You've started to see these on a few different power slide and USD models. It's just a new style of buckle. It does the same thing. It works. And then this sample set came with waxed laces. They look like MyFit waxed laces. That's good. I don't have to change them out for my own waxed laces, because yeah, I'll always put like the waxed laces in the skates. So as long as the final edition comes with those, that'd be cool. I don't see why it wouldn't. And then no mid strap. I'm not a big mid strap guy anyway. I like just kind of having a clean look, and I don't think a mid strap does all that much to like lock your heel in. So happy for this to come without a mid strap. Has got these little hooks here that they've put in instead to give you just this little bit of extra, this kind of angle of tightening. They're not that effective. It would probably be more effective if it came down behind the heel or something like this. But yeah, they kind of do a fairly decent job. And then wheels, 80mm power slide spinner wheels. I would change those to black. I think the skate would look better with black wheels. Personal preference again. Wicked ABEC 9 bearings are in there. And then this frame length is, I measured at wheel to wheel, 262mm. That's a bit longer than your usual 243mm that you see on a lot of 80mm skates. Obviously they've done that so that they can create a little bit more room here for those kind of gestural sole grinds. But yeah, so there is enough room here, as you saw in the video, for you to kind of do a sole grind, as long as you concentrate really hard and lay it out really far. And then yeah, the split between the wheels is actually 102mm, if that means anything to anyone. Probably doesn't, because there's nothing to compare it to really with 80mm wheels on anyway. So just know you can do a sole grind if you try hard. That's it. The USD Aeon 80 Salvia. Is it still the best all-round skate? Yeah, I think it is. I just don't think there's any other skate which does everything so well as this. So if you don't quite know what you want out of skating and you only want to buy one pair of skates, this probably is the one you should go for. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.